Gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Grave. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go hit and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, gang! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past Gravy episode number 569. Nice.
Bro, get it?
It's the 500 and nicest episode in Past Gravy history. Happy Gravy Day, everybody. It's Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes back at it again. And this is what we're going to call the baby weight episode of the podcast. My wife is past her due date at this point in time. I'm not going to talk about baby stuff the whole podcast, but my wife is past her due date right now. And if she pops at any moment, this is the end of the podcast. So you may get a very short podcast. You may get a full podcast. We may tag it on to the end of the next full podcast we do, which would be kind of funny if it ends up in like the answers segment and you get a 5-hour podcast in 2 weeks. But whatever happens, we're going to give you some content this week. But what's going on with you fellas? What have you been up to, guys?
I gotta say that the stress of your baby's kind of been affecting me. Like obviously not as much, but the fact that it's not here because I'm gonna be, filling in on the show that Chile's filling in for you. So I'm kind of like just on call. Like I'm waking up.
You really are.
I'm waking up every morning. Like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, for me being like 6 a.m., I'm like, okay, on YouTube is Alex there? It's like, oh, okay. Then fall back.
You don't think I would let you know? I feel like you are literally like probably like the second or third text that goes out. Like I'd text family, and then I'd probably text Rod, and then you would probably be in a group chat. I'd be like, "Hey, baby's happening. Your call," and I would probably call you.
Yeah,
especially if it happened in the middle of the night, I would definitely call. I'd be like, "Hey, buddy, I know it's 4 a.m., but maybe get up."
Also, in the middle of the show is it gonna happen? Do I need to like be up then? So like I've just been like, I'm on call.
And now I'm excited because if I have one of my random late 5 a.m. nights, now I can send Robert a good morning text. Like, I'm still awake, Robert. Good morning. I do that from time to time with Alex, and it's really cute.
Yeah, today he was bitching about something he was listening to us argue over, and it was really funny. I was like, "Oh, fucking Pat's up. What's up, dude?"
Well, I mean, I'm always up there. I was at work, and I was in the work van going to get something.
I know, but I like when Pat texts me during the show. I'm like, "Hey, Pat's listening to me."
Yeah, he doesn't ever say any of the things I tell him to say after that, but
Well, I usually don't see it until after I've already said whatever was said. And people think I'm like staring at my phone the whole time. Like usually it's like off to the side, and then I'm like, okay, let me check it when we're on a break.
Well, that's what I'll right when you guys go to commercial, I'll be like, bam, shoot off bullshit. A little quick one to Alex.
This is fucking stupid. Terrible take, Alex. Dumb. Yeah, okay, let's get into the Precome segment. I got some ideas, all right? I feel like, I've been doing nothing but waiting for a kid to come, so I've had a lot of time to sit and think, but I've also talked to a lot of friends that have kids. What I have learned recently is that all kids that are on summer break are in a camp right now. And also that camps apparently cost a lot of money. So my idea is that we need to start a gravy camp and pretty much just like find a way to like get not charge the most amount of money, but charge just like slightly less than like the most amount of money. So then we're like, oh, we're good quality camp, but like we're not gonna break the bank. And then also like your kids are gonna have fun here. So we'll do like cool things. Like I'm gonna say we're gonna have a moonwalking camp, and that's just really we have trampolines.
That's dope. I like that.
Right, because it's like you could kind of moonwalk, and then we'll just play Michael Jackson videos of him moonwalking in the background, and it's like, see, this is moonwalking camp.
To have fun, but also learn skills that are going to help. That like I want to teach them, like how to use tools, how to use power tools. So like when Dad's working on something around the house, and he's like, "Get me the Phillips wrench." Bam, kid already knows it. Phillips screwdriver. Probably going to get shit on for that one right there.
Yeah.
But I want them to, learn how to work with their hands. How to develop things, maybe eventually create things for Gravy Tech. Who knows? That's not what the camp is for.
Learn to
Gravy
work for
Tech,
their.
yeah, Gravy Tech is sponsoring Gravy Camp.
Yeah.
It's the Gravy Tech Gravy Camp. The Gravy Camp
Maybe we
brought
also
to you
teach
by
them
Gravy Tech.
how to use Excel spreadsheets and how to balance our books, all those type of things.
Some other things I was thinking of, maybe how to hotwire a car. That's using your hands. That's essential. Huh? What if mom and dad lose their keys and they can get it open, but they can't start it? I'm sure that's happened to all of us at some point in time. That's a very useful skill. And then maybe Pat needs a car and Pat's car is in the shop and he doesn't want to pay for an Uber. And then maybe we can get one of our campers to help us out later. Not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just throwing out scenarios.
I can teach them how to throw the perfect distraction dodgeball. So like when you're playing, you got two balls, you got to throw one up in the air so they look at it, but you can't throw it way up in the air. It's too obvious. You got to make it look like you're trying to do something. So they look at that, bam, perfect distraction dodgeball.
Yep. I was thinking maybe a boxing/fight club. Also, we could start.
Oh,
like,
for
this is
sure,
gonna
we're
be
going to gamble on them fighting.
like Gravy Camp is more so like, and this is all the like they're all like this is voluntary. They pick which camp. You send them to Gravy Camp and they can kind of sign up. There's like a sign up sheet.
It's classes.
Day. And you pick what you would like to go to. So it's like Monday in camp, I'm going to go to boxing/fight club. Tuesday, I'm going to learn how to hotwire a car. Wednesday, that's my favorite day. It's moonwalk day. I'm going to moonwalk camp that day.
On Friday,
All
we'll teach you
kinds of
how to spot a rat line. So when your dad's trying to decide who to gamble on that day, you can make that, I don't know, that line is suspicious.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a kid that gambles with their parent.
Then I think there should be one that's it's called Holes Day. And it's just not, don't think dirty. It's literally just like the movie Holes. You got to dig a hole that's as deep as a shovel and as like wide as the shovel is, and then you're done. Like you just hang out. So it's like, dude, if you want to just burn through a day, day's yours after this. Whatever you want to do, you can go to try all the camps. You can go to hotwire camp. You can do all the cool stuff, and then also like just practical things like pouring concrete, because we would obviously get them to build next year's camp. Like that's this year's camp starts to build parts for next year's camp, so we teach them to build like a foundation. And then maybe teach them to do some drywall towards the end of the summer. So then we have like, hey, and this is a banquet room. If they work hard enough, we'll have a banquet room by the end of the summer, and then we can have our awards ceremony at that. I think that shows them that, like, hey, my hands worked on all of this for free, but my parents paid for it. But like, I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And you know what? Even if they don't finish it this year, when it does get finished, I'd like to invite every person that worked on it to come back and enjoy it once, at least.
I'm in favor of that. I kind of like the idea of all summer long they have the whole summer to build the building that they're going to have it in. So if they don't finish and there's no AC, their parents are going to hate them during the graduation part of it. But also, then the parents, if they're angry, sledgehammers, they get to knock it all down. Then next year they pay us again to rebuild it.
Yeah. Like, did you ever go to summer camps when you were kids?
No.
No, I went to like vacation Bible school a couple times when I was like young. We went to
church
camp a couple times.
Daycare.
But it's like a week. And then I remember when I moved to Atlanta, we didn't really have like a ton of friends at that point in time. And my mom sent me and my brother to this camp. And it was a basketball camp. And then it was a soccer camp. And it was a tennis camp. And I was like, this is awesome. We get to like they're going to teach us to do all this. And it wasn't really like they didn't teach you anything. They just were like, all right, today you're going to hang out on the tennis courts until lunch. Then we're going to feed you. And then we're going to send you back out to the tennis courts. Pick a partner and play tennis with them. And it wasn't like, here's how to serve better. Here's how to volley better. Just go hang out on the tennis court and play with somebody. And then basketball day, guess what we did? Here's a bunch of basketballs. Play basketball. All right, it's lunchtime. Come on, eat. All right, get back out there, play basketball. Like, they weren't organizing games. They weren't officiating. It was just like, play basketball all day. I don't fucking care. It was kind of genius thinking back to it, because it's like, I didn't learn any more basketball skills. I just played basketball with some kids that I met and was entertained for a little bit. But like, there wasn't like any sort of functioning basketball training or skill teaching or anything like that. So my parents were just paying like, it is just them charging you to be babysitters. And so we can just do weird stuff like that where we also benefit from like kids build us stuff. And then we can charge more next year because we have a banquet room or whatever we add on.
Yeah, I always felt like camps were more of an East Coast thing. Like, oh yeah, it's summer. Okay, I don't want to see my kids. We're going to send you to camp for a month and a half. but like I never really heard about it. But there's one Pine something that I heard that people would go to around here, but like I don't think
Pine
it's just
Cove, Pine.
something like that. But like it's not a
It was
big
a church camp.
industry.
It was a church camp thing, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like camps just aren't really a big industry down here. I don't think.
They would
Also,
have
I was
sports
the
camps.
youngest of four. My parents aren't like I'm not sending 4 children to camp. Get the fuck out of here. But sports camps, I think in
We have
order
like
for it to
hockey
be camp,
camps where
it
you
has
go
to be
like
camp that you get sent to and you sleep at. It's not like this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to basketball camp. Well, it's not really camp. It's 10 minutes away from my house, and then I'm going home at the end of the day.
Like in football, when we played football in high school, they would have the summer camps you'd go to and you could do the voluntary workouts. And I remember doing it after my freshman year. I was like, oh man, I'm going to really show the coaches that care. And like, this fucking sucks. I'm going to sleep in the summer. I'm never going to do this again. And I never once showed up to a voluntary summer workout ever again. I was like, I'm not getting paid for this.
I remember me and my brother would complain every year because my mom would sign us up for like the 8 a.m. one. And we're like, it's the summer. This is stupid. But then immediately you're like, thank God. Because by the time it ends at 11, it's 106 degrees.
I got the late one, and I was just like dying.
No, and then actually, I mean, you hate waking up as a kid on the summer or during the summer early, but then you have an entire summer day to do whatever the fuck you want. It's great.
Do you hate summer a little bit as an adult?
It doesn't mean anything to me. Nothing means anything to me.
It infuriates me, though, when I hear somebody be like, well, I'm going to summer break. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? I'm getting up every morning, going into the work. I'm not really, like, swinging a hammer or anything, but I'm talking and doing other stuff. But I got to get up and work. You just get 3 months off? Must be nice. Like, I get why our dads were so mad when we were kids. It makes sense as you get older. Like, it must be nice to sleep in all fucking day. Play video games with your friends. Well, I'm paying for this fucking house.
This is how, just so you know, every restaurant worker feels about people like, can't wait to get to the weekend. Well, not me, because I don't work weekends. But when you say that to most people that work in a restaurant, they're like, oh, yeah, I work Saturdays and Sundays. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's almost Friday. Like, fuck, I know.
My weekend is fucking Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are the days that I get off. So a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm a weekend guy. Don't know how I got it, but I don't question it.
I do just think there's a lot of money in the summer camps, and I know people are paying that money. I think we need to get in the game, boys.
They always seem cool, but it's hard. I think I just figured out why you don't do it in Texas. Because it's 176 degrees outside every day, and you don't want to be responsible for 200 children.
Somebody's going to die.
Somebody's going to heat stroke. 100%. Or your only option is have a lake and have them in it all the time. You're like, okay, well, if one gator gets in the lake, you're fucked. If one kid drowns, you're fucked. Yeah. And people aren't going to be sending their kids to Pennsylvania for fucking summer camp.
What if we just had lifeguard camp and we just teach our kids at our camp to be lifeguards and to save the other people? But like when you're not training, you are also swimming. So really, we're just not having to pay for lifeguards either. We just pay for the campees to take shifts. Like you can swim for like really like 3/4 of the day. You don't have to be a lifeguard other than the time you have to do a shift. You can have your lunch. Adults swim. There's not going to be adults. It's a kids camp. Actually, we get the counselors get to swim during adult swim. And then the kids can have lunch while, they're on their break. And
just teach kids proper sun care or sunscreen care and how to put it on right.
Put that sunscreen on.
Hey, but I see you're using the spray. You still got to rub that in for maximum protection. It'll just be me walking around to the super white kids like, follow me. I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the sun for 20 minutes, and then that's it for the day. But don't worry. You'll be in air conditioning. It's fine.
So chalk it up. Gravy camp. Let's start that next summer. We'll put up the infrastructure this year. Maybe I'll enroll Elle in it. She can be our first camper. Other thing I had, Lady Gaga. I don't know why. I do know why. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, and there's a Fortnite radio station with Lady Gaga on it. So Born This Way has been playing a lot, and she says, "Don't be a drag, just be a queen." At one point, and I really want to start just judging people on like their drag and their queen energy, and be like, "Dude, you're putting out some real queen energy right now, Pat." And like, if Robert hates an idea, like that's some real drag energy, bro. That's some real drag energy. Like, do not bring that drag energy into this shit. You're being a real, like, be more queen. Don't be such a drag, bro. Like, I want to start having like a drag meter and a queen meter. And it's like, we tried the Darlin like a Marlin meter. Maybe like that home run or that Astros play was very queen. That was a very queen swing by Kyle Tucker. And then like when it was a strikeout, that was a drag meter all the way out.
When you started talking, I thought you were going to say you were going to start rating drag queens on are you being a drag or are you a queen? It's like, I gotta be honest, your outfit, mostly drag, don't see a lot of queen in that.
I mean, that could also play.
Last time I saw Queen Elizabeth with 6 foot tall hair and red eyeshadow, but you know, that's just me.
And then, yeah, so on that, like on Twitter and stuff, how do we take this digital? How do we grow this? Whenever somebody posts something you don't like, just put like a drag racing GIF on the bottom of it, and they won't get it, but it'll be funny because you're being a drag, dude. Real drag energy. Real drag.
Just every political post.
And then, or I don't know, because I don't want to like, do you put a drag queen GIF? Because then like that skews it, since you could be a queen and also be a drag queen. I think drag queens are queens. They're not drags at all. They're queens.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that word.
Well, and if like Pat, you're like, this is a binary thing. Everything's either queen or drag, bro. Drag queens, cool, queen. Not cool, drag.
I would be careful with talking about drag queens and saying everything's binary there, buddy.
Well, I'm saying like it's either one or the other. No, I know what you're doing. I'm
sending this clip to your employer.
Send it there.
Well, find your fucking address and put you online, you dickhead.
Regardless, though, I think we really need to start referring to things as queen energy and drag energy, like depending on how cool or not cool it is. Especially this month.
We'll give it a 1 month trial.
Just try it out. Be like, bro, solid queen energy, and just dap up a dude, and he'll be like, what the fuck does that mean? Be like, such a queen, dude. So yeah, I had that, and then another thing, I really think I'm gonna solve the world's problems here. Like, so strap in, boys. I got an idea. I'm about to save the world. I jotted it down as burning landfills. We're gonna burn landfills, guys. Everybody always talks about how like waste is such a problem. Why do we have all these landfills taking up all this space? I've always wondered, why don't we just burn that shit, dude? Why don't we just burn that? Oh, well, Alex, that's bad for the environment. Don't worry, I got a plan. This is how we're gonna save the fucking planet, guys. We're gonna save the fucking planet this way. All right. I got a little chart for you here that I have conveniently made for you guys. All right. So landfills are the problem. We're gonna get rid of landfills. You light landfills on fire, let them burn. No more landfills. Okay, we can have like one central landfill that we just keep burning, and then we just keep refilling one landfill. We've gotten rid of all the other landfills. It's that easy. How do you do this, Alex? Don't worry, I got a thing. Burn. Step 1, burn. We burn the landfills. There's a little landfill. It's on fire. You burn it. Oh, okay. Well, that's polluting the environment. That's bad for the environment. Don't worry. I got an idea for that. Bubble. Step 2, you bubble the burning landfill that is burning up. So then the bubble keeps all of the pollutants from getting all over everyone else and contaminating anything else and being bad for the air. Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a solid plan, but what do you do when it's done? Oh, don't worry. That's when the step 3 comes in. Vacuum. You're going to vacuum out all of what was just burned in there into this vacuum. Okay, well, how do you release that? What are we going to do with the vacuum? Easy. Our next step, we're to launch that vacuum into space, and then it's not our problem anymore. Then our next step is solve pollution and global warming. We've just done it all in like a very quick 5-step process that I just put right there. I don't understand how I'm having to solve our world's problems. Like, okay, landfill, done. Neat. Oh, ozone protected. Cool. Done. Space. I don't give a fuck about space, dude. Don't give a fuck about space. I don't live there. Not my problem. World is saved. Foolproof plan, right?
I think we can actually save a lot of money on your plan if we cut out every single step except for the last one, and we just put the trash on rockets and launch them into space.
No, because you would have to fill up too much shit. That's what I'm saying. You just put the vacuum. It's just like a big vacuum bag. Then you shoot that up into space.
Elon is working on those re-landing rockets, dude. You don't have to spend that much money on rockets anymore. We just literally put a net around all the stuff. We take it up into space, let it go. Yeah, it's space trash, but who cares? Release it in low orbit so it'll burn up on re-entry. And that high, I don't think the greenhouse gases will affect anything. That's just, based on my brain. But the logic tracks. I just got get me in a room with Elon, and me and him will clean up America.
It is solid logic, but I still think that you want to minimize the wear and tear you're gonna put on those rockets. So burning up the trash and then putting you could put a bunch of vacuum bags of the burnt up trash to fill in one rocket instead of just a bunch of trash that would be more cluttery. It would take up more space. So it is more practical, I think.
Here's another idea. People are mad at us always bombing other countries. What if instead of explosives on our missiles, we fill them with our trash, and we just, as a way of telling countries to stop doing the shit that we're doing, we just throw a lot of trash at them, and then they have to deal with our trash.
Okay.
I kind of
like that
a lot.
As a warning shot. They're not real missiles. It's we'll send real
Iraqi air
missiles.
base. They can't retaliate because we're not blowing them up. But we just send 3 metric tons worth of trash and just cover every Iraqi airbase.
It's but to send a message first where it's look, we don't want to escalate this. We're not going to bomb you, but here's a trash bomb. If it keeps up, we're going to have real bombs coming. And then they're like, oh no, we better get in line. This is a lot of trash.
We'll bomb the trash. It'll smell super bad when it's burning.
It's going to be so gross. You might be onto something there.
Save all of L's dirty diapers for the first 2 months. We gotta give him something really stinky to throw. Yeah.
Not a bad idea. But that was my plan.
It'll be we'll call it a dirty bomb.
A dirty bomb. I like that. a lot. That was just my plan to save the world. So I think I figured out how to stop pollution. So if anybody wants to give us a Nobel Peace Prize, we would really appreciate that. We are obviously the greenest podcast on the planet. What did you guys have for the Precome segment?
So you know how it's one of the best feelings in the world when you've got plans and then plans get canceled?
Yeah.
I had the worst thing in the world happen to me. It was I thought I wasn't going to have to go to work. So we had to close on Monday morning to have our AC worked on. And I work Monday nights, and the whole time we knew, listen, if this takes a long time, we might have to close the night shift too. And I was like, oh no. And I fully expected that was going to happen. So I went in that morning. It was cleaning and organizing where we have all of our catering stuff. And as soon as I leave at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever it was, thinking that I wasn't going to have to work that night, I got the call. I'm like, they're done. We're opening at 5. And I was like, motherfucker. That's way worse than having to go through with plans, is thinking plans are gonna get canceled and they don't.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's one of the worst things I can think that can happen to any human, besides their house being bombed by a foreign country's trash. That would suck too.
That would really suck.
You just clean up your own shit. Now I got to clean up your shit too.
Yeah. No, thank you.
But yeah, I don't want that to happen to anybody ever. Brazil's just bad. That's just, there's no understanding it anymore.
T's peas.
Yeah. It wasn't really a not cool, but it's just the whole scenario of, it's the opposite of one of the best feelings in the world. So if anybody ever asks, what's the worst feeling in the world? It has to be the opposite of the best. And that's the best feeling.
Yeah. Robert, what'd you bring in?
Just the stress of not having your baby yet. It's got
Not yet.
I'm holding it in my shoulders. My shoulders have been really tense since yesterday. Can you tell Emma to just hurry out and poop out your kid so I can relax?
Well, now she's got to wait. I mean, honestly, I think Elle's pretty chill. She's just she knew it was gravy day, so she was like, they're busy today. You get this out of the way, she'll come on Thursday.
I don't know.
Wow, you're listening to the pod.
I was telling Sam that, if it happened while you were at work, I guess maybe not if it was at 6 o'clock, but maybe 8 or so, where Emma might be like, let him finish the show and then I'll call.
No, I told her her family is that way, where they'll just give they'll say bad news. Be like, well, I didn't want to tell you right there. It's no, tell me that. How did you wait? However many days it was to tell me these things. Emma's family is like, she's from a family like that. I'm like, if you fucking wait, don't wait. When it happens, tell me. I'll do this. I can I don't bail from work very often, and this is the one thing I will bail from work for.
Mm-hmm.
See, my family doesn't even do that. They just don't tell me. I'm surprised I know any of my grandparents are dead.
Like, where's grandma? She's like, oh, she passed away 2 months ago. Like, you didn't tell me? It's
Like
Christmas.
I remember one time I called and I was like, "Hey, is grandpa there?" Dad was like, "No, he's at the doctor." I go, "Oh, what for?" And he's like, "Cancer." And I was like, "When the fuck did he get cancer?" They're like, "Oh, we've known for like 2 months." I was like, and nobody thought to tell me this. What the fuck?
I just hoped you would notice at Christmas when they're gone. Hey, don't bring it up though.
It was like prostate cancer. Like it wasn't like aggressive or anything. It was just like something that, when you're that old, you're just kind of like, yeah, you're gonna have some sort of cancer at that age. You're like, okay, that makes sense. Still would like the information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To be kept in the loop. It's pretty solid. All right. That's everything then, huh? That's our pre-com segment.
Also, I discovered that if you mix gin and amaretto, it's delicious. So
that's what you
have fun with it. Yeah, for like 24 hours straight now. They're very lucky I wasn't drinking these at work today.
Okay. Next thing we got is the Comeback Kid segment where we tell you what's back in the news according to us. It's brought to you this week by the Houston SaberCats. Do it again. There we go. That's better. That's better. It was like he was away from the mic for a second. Yeah, Houston SaberCats, the 12-1 Houston SaberCats, the best team of Major League Rugby. They're still in first place, and they're taking on their rivals, the Seattle Seawolves, this Saturday, June 15th at SaberCat Stadium. It's also Pride Night. So be a queen, head on out there to Pride Night. It would be very queen of you, very queen energy to go out there. It'd be real drag energy if you didn't go see the SaberCats this weekend. It's Pride Night presented by Nando's. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock, but you want to get there early because the band The Fuse is going to be playing a pregame concert. And the first 2,000 fans that you're going to receive giveaway SaberCats fans courtesy of Joseph Pisano, real estate agent. And also, you're going to want to stay until the end. Jordan Welsh, not pointing out anybody that's left early, but you want to stay until the end and not dip out early because they have post-game fireworks. If you've been out to that park, you've been out to that stadium, it's an awesome little area. There's not a lot of lighting around it, so it's just going to be fireworks in the dark. It's going to be kick-ass. Houston SaberCats taking on the Seattle Seawolves. They're getting primed and ready for a championship run in the playoffs at SaberCat Stadium. Go get your ticket to HoustonSaberCats.com. HoustonSaberCats.com. Give them a roar for me. Rawr. HoustonSaberCats.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
I'm always waiting for people to tell me that my SaberCat noises suck, but you know what? You don't know what they sounded like. That's why I changed it up.
I did that first time. I did know what they sounded like. I didn't know that they sounded like the first time because you're like Mike peaked.
Yeah, I got a little loud with that one. I got into it.
It was good. It was good. All right, our first Comeback Kid this week is Joey Chestnut. He's out of the Nathan's 4th of July hot dog contest. What are your thoughts, Pat?
So, for people that don't know, they said he can't compete because he is being sponsored, I guess, by Impossible Meats, and it's like a vegan for like vegan hot dogs. But I don't think he was like saying he was only going to eat the vegan hot dogs or even wear any of their gear. I don't really understand. Both sides have been have said the other people didn't communicate well. I don't know what's happening. He's going to be in. They're going to fix it. They've got a month. They're going to get him in there.
So what it made it seem like is that Major League Eating all of a sudden wanted to sign him to a contract, and he didn't want to do that because it wasn't as much money as his sponsor, which is the Impossible Meats.
And also, they've just never done contracts like that before.
Right. So that's a new thing. And he was like, they're changing the rules on me. And I guess that's what the issue was. So Nathan's is just like, nope, he can't do it because he's not sponsored by us and didn't sign a contract with us. And I don't know if anybody has to sign a contract, but Paul Esper and Nick Weary would be our 2 betting favorites if we are not going to have a chestnut-filled eating contest this year. Just if you're getting ahead on the bets,
If
I'm gonna go
they
Esper, Jeffrey Esper.
if they don't allow him in, I think what he has to do is just set up a web camera and then just like live stream himself on YouTube or something in the exact same 10 minutes doing his own hot dog challenge and just watch him murder whoever actually
Yeah, I think
wins
he
the
was
real
like
one.
77 last year and next place at 48 or 49. So like he would smoke him anyways.
He's the greatest
But
athlete of all time.
I think so. But
He's an American hero. I hate that he's getting paid by a vegan brand, but you know what? Hey, like you got to get paid how you get paid. Competitive eaters don't make much money. So I'm okay with him getting paid. However, I wish it wasn't fake meat.
yeah. But yeah, Joey Chestnut's out. So we're gonna see this summer. Or we're gonna see, I guess, in less than a month.
I still don't think he's out. They'll find a way to fix it and get him in there.
But if he is, we're gonna see if the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is bigger than Joey Chestnut, or if Joey Chestnut is bigger than the game.
I mean, people were saying that he's bigger than it. No, he's not. People have been watching the hot dog eating contest for
I mean, MJ
60 years.
Retired and the league went on in the NBA.
Yeah. Like we want him to be there because it's awesome and he's an American hero and icon. But I'm still gonna watch it if he's not there. It's a hot dog eating it's the 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating contest. It's not the Joey Chestnut contest.
Yeah, and honestly,
He
might be
just
more
dominates.
exciting just because it'll be more competition.
Yeah, like it
You
will
won't
be
know
more
who's
exciting.
gonna win going into it.
Exactly. So I mean, I hope he's there. I want him to keep winning as long as he wants to keep winning. But if he's not there, it's not going to stop me.
Yeah,
I'm just going to root for another American.
yeah. Which Esper and Weary are. I think the other guy was like an Australian that I'm not gonna root for an Australian. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, it's eating competitions. 9 out of 10 of them are Americans.
That's true. That's true. All right. Next comeback kid is cricket because that is the official sport of America currently right now. I didn't know this was happening, but the U.S. played Pakistan in the T20 Cricket World Cup and beat the fuck out of them. And by beat the fuck out of them, I think we like beat them in overtime. But still, we beat Pakistan, and Pakistan's, I think, the best or one of the best teams in the world at cricket.
Yeah.
And we don't give a fuck about cricket. So that's our sport now. We just beat you at your own sport. It's like when we beat England in that tie in the World Cup where it's like, that's your sport, England, and we just tied you at it. You didn't beat us, so it's our sport now. I mean, we did that with the U.S. to England, and we did that with our tie as well. So like, it's just fucking cool when it's not even your sport. Like one of our best players was an engineer, like a chief engineer at Oracle, and had to take off work to go be in the World Cup.
They all had day jobs.
Yeah.
None of them are fully professional cricket players. It's hilarious. We kick everyone's ass in sports we don't even care about. I did find out this week that where it says T20 cricket, it's like, so it's 20 innings. Yeah, but I'm putting it in American terms, innings. When before, cricket could have just gone on theoretically forever, but they put an exact time limit on this. This is how it already was apparently the second biggest sport in the world, but like that makes it so Western countries will give a shit about it now. Like if you tell me that cricket's only going to last 3.5 hours long, I would go see a cricket match. Like there's great diving catches. It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Okay, if there's not alcohol.
Of course there's going to be. Oh,
am I going to watch another game? Probably not.
But like they can hit
this
it any
one?
direction.
No.
Dudes are still making diving catches and shit. It's cool. It's just when you don't know when it or if it's ever going to end, you don't want to watch that crap. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got baseball though. We got baseball, so
yeah, it's better.
We'll just go with that.
But just one more reason America's better than everyone. We just kicked your asses.
So fuck you, all other countries. We're the best at cricket now too. So
we're the best at everything.
Add that one up, and no other countries ever won a Super Bowl, so we're a national title. So
no other country even has any Major League Soccer teams. Yeah, like it's the major leagues. It's as high as it goes. It's the best soccer league.
You want to say that the U.S. isn't a great soccer country? Who's the best soccer player in the world? Leo Messi. Where's he? U.S.
Yeah, in
You
the
tell me.
major leagues. I'm sorry. What league is
tell me.
higher, Bundesliga or the major leagues?
Yeah, Robert. What does Bundes even mean? I don't know. Does major
sounds
sound
like
cooler
bullshit.
than Bundes? That sounds serious. That's some Queen energy coming out of that Major League Soccer. Bundesliga, very drag energy.
Oh, I play in Serie A. Yeah, well, I play in the major leagues.
Yeah. Ever heard of it, pal? The majors.
Other countries, they just don't know shit.
Siri doesn't even sound like it's serious. It's like, oh, who you play for? The Apple guy? Okay, Italy. The Premier League. Oh, it's Premier because ours is major.
Yeah, well, already your Premier League is above your Champion League, so that doesn't make sense. Your ranking say is stupid. Major leagues, America, we just have it right.
I wish West Ham was in the MLS. Honestly, might win it.
That'd be dope.
That'd be so
if like
sick.
for 1 year, like if they got relegated and they go, you know what, we're not going to the Champions, we're going to
we're going
for 1
major.
year.
Yeah,
we just station them out of like some random city in America.
Houston.
Oh, you know,
you just put them in Houston.
Well, no,
you have another team.
We'll put them in Manchester.
No, it had to be like London somewhere. Where's
no, yeah, sorry, London.
Where's that place where the London Bridge is? It's like Arizona. Put it there.
There's definitely a London. I think there's a London in Texas, honestly.
Ontario.
Oh, that's right. It's Ontario. No, there's got to be an American.
There's got to be a London in Texas. I bet there's a London, Texas.
I can't stop until I find this.
It's okay. Either way, cricket is now our sport.
An American London.
This is great podcast.
All right, this is just dumb. I don't want the American University of London. All right, I give up. My buddy's internet's being stupid and doesn't want to load fastly for me, and I have anger issues and impatience.
London, Arkansas, London, Texas is a place. London, Ohio, London, Minnesota, London, Kentucky, London, Indiana, London, California. There's like a billion of them. So we'll just station them there.
Any of them.
Okay.
Any of them.
Any of them. Maybe all of them.
Arkansas.
Yeah, cricket.
Because it's West Ham, Arkansas, Razorbacks, Ham, Hogs. There you go. We'll put them in Arkansas.
That place.
Nailed it.
So cricket.
That was worth it, right?
It's yep, totally worth it. Cricket's back this week. Our next comeback kid is sharks. There's like been a billion shark attacks last week. There was like 3 attacks in Florida over the weekend. There was one in Galveston. There was like a 5-foot shark bit a kid.
What was the kid wearing?
I don't know. Something provocative, probably.
Probably looked like a snack.
It looked like a snack, and that's why the shark took a bite out of it. Didn't kill it because obviously it was like, this isn't a seal.
I haven't heard a single thing about. I hear about all the drowning.
Yeah, no, it's happening a lot. I did have a fun fact or a trivia question. How many sharks last year in 2023 worldwide? How many shark attacks were there?
I'm going to say worldwide 112.
Robert,
I'll go 69.
Nailed it. It was 69. What kind? Like, if it's anything with a number, obviously the answer is 69. Pat, Jesus.
I don't know. I thought there was going to be a follow-up.
Jesus, Pat.
I didn't know it was a one and done.
It's always 69. Always. I don't know if it was always 69, but last year I just saw that when I was reading
worldwide.
69 documented shark attacks. Unprovoked shark attacks. I'd like to think of like how many provoked shark attacks were there? It's like you're just like, hey, fuck you, shark. Fuck you, shark. What's up with you, bitch? And the shark's just like, fine, I'll bite you. And like, holy fuck, the shark bit me. It's like, yeah, you provoked them, dude.
This you keep slapping the water.
Now. Were you in a boat? Yeah, he was provoked.
People don't have a healthy fear of sharks like they did when we were growing up. Like we had Shark Week and it was cool, but it kept you scared. But the only shark movie at that point were all the Jaws films. Now they've got like Shark Tale and all this shit, and little kids like, ooh, sharks are cool. Sharks are not cool. They're evil death machines, and you should stay away from them.
Yeah, people have really just normalized it. Like sharks are supposed to be your pal. Like, hey, it's Bruce. He'll smile at you all big and take you under his wing, and then or under his flipper, and then you'd be best friends with him, and he'll help you find your dad. Hey, these sharks will wash your car and say welcome to the car wash with you. No, they won't. They'll kill you. They'll kill you.
People forget about the USS
shreds.
Indianapolis, man. Never forget.
Never forget.
That's the one where the sharks killed all the sailors.
I was going to tell Robert that's the one that saved all the people from the Titanic. And then and then fed them to sharks. Okay, let's run that as a clip. Let's run that as a clip. Ready? All right, and then you're gonna do the. That's your. Don't never forget the USS Indiana. Start right there. Ready? And action.
Hey, never forget the USS Indianapolis.
Robert, do you know about the USS Indianapolis?
No. What is it?
That was the ship that, like, when the Titanic sank.
Can't even do your own bit.
No, I can't.
You've out-stupided yourself.
No, Robert, that was the ship that when the Titanic sank, they went and they rescued all the survivors from it. And then I can't. And then they fed them to sharks. They just fed them all to sharks. I don't know why it happened. This
No
fucking
way.
happened.
You want me to do it for you? You can't even fucking do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, Robert, that was the ship that after the Titanic sank, they were the ones that came and picked up all of the people that were floating around in the water before they froze, and they took them and fed them all to sharks.
Which ship
All
was
of them.
this? The
The USS Indianapolis. Look it up,
The
but
Indy.
just peripherally. Don't dive deep.
that's
Which is
crazy.
what they told the people on the Titanic when they were picking them up before they fed them to the sharks.
I guess you've been
What
right
is
about sharks all along, Pat.
I'm a shark truther, man. People can try and change the conversation about sharks all they want. You're not going to get me.
Pat won't let him. Pat won't let him. All right,
They
that
wake
was
up
good.
pretty
That was
early.
good. You guys just wait till you see the clip. Those of you listening, wait till you see that clip. That clip's gonna look sick. And then on the
They're
clip,
gonna-
comment like, "Wow, this was great."
They're going to be like, do they do this every time? No, we just decided to do
No.
a bit in the middle of this episode one time.
Well, I just know, like, when you get something that factually inaccurate, like some nerd is gonna see it on TikTok or whatever, be like, "Oh, that's bullshit," and then they're gonna give us the whole storyline. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do well on TikTok. These guys are idiots. I'm
TikTok's
12.
a
I
big,
just
well,
read about
actually
sharks.
crowd. TikTok
Sharks
is
is
the
one of those
most well,
topics
actually.
where it's like 8-year-old boys and then autistic grown-ups that are like just really care about sharks.
Dude, my niece fucking knows everything about sharks and
Is
dinosaurs.
she 8?
She's 5. It's awesome.
Close
She's like, you want
enough.
to talk about sharks, Alex? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. And then she like just outsmarts me and teaches me all the shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, I did not know that about megalodon.
Yeah, come on. Let's go watch Jaws in the other room right before you do your
I
bedtime.
can't show her Jaws. I wanted to show her. I showed her Blue Planet. She thought that was cool. I was like, this is what we used to get to watch in school. She was like, they show you this in school? I was like, yeah.
Because our teachers
Right.
like to drink the night before school.
When our teachers were hungover, they'd roll those bad boys in there, show them for us. But all right, sharks, they're back. Shout out sharks. Also, the girl in Galveston said she punched the shark, and that's how she thinks she survived. So if you ever face to face with a shark, punch it. And then I don't know what you do after that, but that's what this one story said. So punch the shark.
Well, if you can, flip them upside down. Sharks go catatonic when you do that.
And then if you can't do that, try and get under their fin and tickle them a little bit. They're very ticklish.
Now, if you flip them upside down and then punch them, I think they just die.
And
I don't
tickle
know if their
them.
system could take that.
And they'll breathe in the water and they'll choke on it.
Give them a Zerber, just blow on its belly. All
They'll fucking hate that. That's the one
They
thing
might
sharks
laugh.
hate the most. The one thing they love is blood. One thing they hate is getting raspberried and tickled at the same time. Fucking hate it. Every
want to
shark I've
get to a
ever
shark
known.
so bad
That's
now.
their biggest fear. Every shark. All right. Last comeback kid is thank you cards, but we're gonna do those verbal thank you cards. Shout out to the Gravy Gang at Rod Ryan show Ditch Day for my work. They a lot of them brought brought a card and all kinds of gifts. Josh Tree, Melissa Hyde, Brandon, David. We got Mundo. Everybody right there. I really appreciate it. I'm not naming everybody. I'm not saying everybody's name, but everybody that did that, like, y'all did not need to do that. I really appreciate it, and it meant a lot to me and my wife. I am not going to give you individual thank you cards because I said that we're gonna be the generation that stops this. And a lot of you guys, when you gave me stuff, were like, "Hey, I didn't want a thank you card," and I was like, "You get it, you get it." But these are my verbal thank you cards. Here they are. Now you may open them. You watch the video version, youtube.com/@podcast. Here's all of, take it, and then that's just replay what I just said. And that's your video thank you card. That'd just be that'd be a solid way to just do them, man. Like, film, like, just go on Zoom, record yourself. Hey, Robert, thank you for this cool thing you gave me. We really appreciate it. Send it to Robert, like, that's a virtual thank you card. Done.
So just cameos.
Like, this is weird. Yeah. But it should be friends. Or just do voice memos. You can do voice memos.
I would absolutely hate doing that, and I would much prefer doing that to writing out thank you cards.
And then the added on thing, because I just gave out my final thank you card from my work baby shower thing today, is like, people work remote. You don't see them every day. So I just got to carry around my thank you cards every day in a satchel like a jackass, hoping that everybody's in there. And like, they have hybrid desk situations, so not everybody's got the same desk every day. So I can't, like, if I know where you sit, I'm like, oh, I'll just leave this on your thing. I don't know where everybody's like rotating desks are or whatever it is. So today I finally saw the last dude I haven't given it to. I was like, hey, here you go.
Wait, I just thought of a fun way to make the virtual thank you cards fun. Drinking. So like, you just always have a beer with you, but on each person, like, hey man, cheers to you. But you're just really, it's like your 9th beer because you're on your 22nd fucking thing. And that's how you stop it from getting stale.
And if it's one of your boys, you just send like it's like a pair of tits at the end. And it's like, nice.
Grandma,
tits.
I just want to say I fucking love you and thank you for that car. And here's to you, Grandma.
This blanket that you made for her is, words don't even do it justice. It's incredible.
Fuck, that was the other Grandma. I'm not recording it again. Send it.
All right. So, hey, can we add the beginning part and just change it to her name? Yep, do that. Get AI on it.
I want to have a kid now just to make those. Like, not because like I would love it and I want another me in the world, which of course I do. But I want to be the first one to do drunk thank you cards virtually. I'll start an industry.
I don't think you need to have a kid to.
Yeah, I think you can just do that.
Yeah, I think you can just.
But what am I going to thank people for?
Any gift that they ever give you.
You think I'm just randomly getting gifts out here?
Robert hangs out with us every day. That's a gift.
Mm-hmm. Or like at the restaurant, if you get any tips, send a virtual thank you.
Great idea.
I'm not a server. I don't get tips.
But also okay, so even better, make your servers have to start doing that now. So that you can enforce it, but you don't have to really do it. And then you can see how much they hate it to see if it's a good idea.
Here's the problem.
You have to do video thank yous to any tipper.
We got to tell all the people sitting down, like, hey, I need your email. And they're going to be like, you're a restaurant? No, you fucking don't. Get away from me.
You can be fair enough. Like, we have a new rewards program. The reward is that they get thank you.
They thank you.
Now some people that book online, some people do put their email in there, even though you don't have to. So I could track down those emails. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for coming out and having the sea bass yesterday. We really enjoyed you here, Jonathan's.
Why did your
characters
change?
I don't know. It was a character.
That was weird.
It was like sassy Southern. Basically, in my head, I was picturing like Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side, but with a Georgian accent. I don't know why I do the things I do, guys. I do them.
If you would have sent out thank yous, here's a real thing. Like, when people buy from our merch store, like, we can send them thank yous. You got to record yourself and be like, oh, hey, thank you for
dude. I'd be down for that. I would be down for that.
We set like a rewards. You spend X amount, we'll create a video for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, because then that's kind of paywall. That's kind of paywall. And we already said we won't do paywalls, so that's why we get them to buy the merch.
No, we're not. I
we
mean,
can't
they're
do
probably.
both.
I'm not saying we make it like $300. I'm saying like we spend like $60. It's a couple
What?
things.
Okay,
Nothing crazy.
here's a hack we could do. Like, cut this part out of the podcast. Obviously, it's just between us. What if we all just recorded very generic thank yous? Like, hey man, or hey, what's up? Thank you so much for buying from the merch store. We really appreciate it.
Oh,
Gravy gang,
I
Gravy gang for
appreciate you
life.
buying that.
We each record like one of those and then just put it on our YouTube channel and then just send them the link to that specific video each time. Like, just rotate. Like, Robert, just send them like, here you go. Here you go. Now it's Robert's one. Now it's Alex's one. Now it's Pat's one. And then like, tight. And then eventually people are like, wait, this has 300 views. Like,
Thank you for buying Pass the Gravy shorts. We really appreciate you guys helping us out.
But it shouldn't be like our voice. Like, so when it's like the voiceover is like one of our voices instead. So like if I'm recording a thank you, when the mouth goes up and it's like, oh, Pass the Gravy shorts, it's Alex's voice or Pat's voice.
Yeah, whoever can record it at that point in
Yeah.
time. Hey, can anybody send me shorts on an audio file? Yeah, I got you. I'll send it right over.
As great as that is, I kind of want it to be the old school '90s voice of available at Walmart.
Or just the like computer voice when you would make it say like, boobs. Pass the gravy shorts.
Just Siri.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Siri would be funny too. But yeah.
We outsource our
cards.
thank yous.
We start paying. We just pay other people to do it.
We pay a cameo for somebody to say the thank you for us.
Somebody from like a call center in India is like, I just wanted to say thank you. Like, who the fuck are these people? It's a video call. You know that I can see you. Like, oh no. And then we just make them buy, like, we just print out masks of our face.
I like
Hey,
the more we talk about
me,
this,
Alex.
the
I'm wearing
better
a
it
mask,
gets.
so you can't see me, but it's me, definitely me.
You stop because I'm very close to doing the accent.
Don't, yeah. We've done a really good job avoiding that. We've done a really good job avoiding that. I was really proud of you, Pat. I was really proud of you. You could tell he was struggling. You know what you won't struggle to do is tell everybody about PassGradeMerch.com. We were just talking about it. Maybe you'll get a thank you card, a virtual or verbal thank you card from us. Quick thank yous though. Raimundo Benavidez, Todd Voss. Todd Voss was repping his Gravy Gang shirt out to Rod Ryan Show Ditch Day on Friday. And Mundo has been buying a bunch of stuff too. So shout out to both of them. But tell everybody about all the best stuff you can get at PassGradeMerch.com, Pat.
Well, especially right now, we got tons of summer gear. I think the shirt of the summer, IP and pools. Alex likes to explain that there's more on that shirt. I don't. It says IP and pools. And you know what? As an advocate for being open about peeing in pools, I think everybody should get it. Everybody should do it. Guys, we're all going to pee in the pool. Just be cool about it, okay? Most of you out here peeing on each other in your private lives anyway, so don't be embarrassed about the pool. You got the Ladleettes Tour t-shirt. I absolutely love that one, which we also have in the tank top. We've got the summer sunglasses shirt in a regular shirt or a tank top. It's hot. It's really, really, really hot outside. You got to have the options. You know what? Maybe sometimes you just think, you got to think cool, you'll be cool. Get the PTGEE slushy shirt. That's always a great one. Think cool, be cool.
And then, of course, what you're doing with that, Pat.
And we got also get the logo shorts, accessorized bam. You gotta let your calves breathe in summer. People say it's just like it's the back of the knees. That's what gets really hot for me. When you're fat like I am, and people don't think that's a lot of skin to skin contact behind the knee. Let the knees breathe. Get your shorts out there. Get a dad hat, a nice tank top, the shorts. You're ready to go all summer long. You like to accessorize. We got stickers you can put all over your laptop or just yourself. I don't know what people don't do it. I think you should. It's like little billboards for things you love. Just wear a sticker across your forehead everywhere you go. People will look at you, but then they'll learn. They'll be like, oh, he knows what he's talking about. And then, of course, the April Fool's Somewhere shirt. It's good for all seasons. If you're self-conscious about your weight, it's black. It's summer. If people are like, it's black. Why are you wearing that? Because it's slimming. Okay? You're making me say it's slimming. See, this shirt can't even see my tits right now. Slimming. Find all of it at the PassTheGravyMerch.com store and use code. Where is it? Oh, is the code still up this week?
We don't have a code, do we?
Never mind. The code is bacon.
Just use no
and that's
code.
just a code that everywhere in life.
Hey, the prices are so good you don't even need a code.
You don't.
PassTheGraveMerch.com. Get the dad hat. Get the Gravy Gang dad hat. Those I need to order mine. When I'm going to the hospital, my hospital bag, in case I got to stay overnight, guess what shorts I'm sleeping in? Pass the Gravy shorts. So those are the most comfortable shorts I own.
In the world.
I want to be comfortable. It's going to be a very uncomfortable position, sleeping in a chair. Honestly, people say that I might have it worse than my wife who's having to give birth.
For
so
sure.
I have to sleep in a chair with just a footrest. Like, what is this? Communist Russia?
The restaurant, or not restaurant. Jesus Christ. The hospital's not giving you drugs, are they?
No.
So you definitely have it worse than your wife.
Yeah. So PassTheGraveMerch.com. Again, we're not going to ever ask you guys to we're not going to put ourselves behind a paywall. You want to support the podcast, PassTheGraveMerch.com, and share it with us at PassTheGravePod on Twitter and Instagram. Let us know you're supporting the podcast. We'll give you a shout out on next week's podcast, PassTheGraveMerch.com. All right, let's move on to the Not Cool segment where you guys tell us what's not cool in your lives.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, if you would like to submit a not cool, anything that makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool. You get run over by a bus, that's not cool. You get your toe stubbed, also not cool. There's varying degrees of not cool. We'll pick some of the best ones that you guys and gals submit to us each week, and we will read them off. And don't forget, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you can go watch every episode of the podcast on YouTube, youtube.com, search Pass Grade Podcast, or just go to youtube.com/@PassTheGradePodcast, hit that subscribe button, comment on the video, and then just comment on the video and say IP and pools. Say IP and pools, and then we'll get it. The IP and pools print or just
We're a
little
support group.
asterisk. Yeah, it's an IP and pools support group, and then just make it make it interesting if anybody that doesn't know about the podcast clicks the video, and I want them to see some odd comments. So IP and pools with a bunch of people saying it, they'll get it. Go comment that on the YouTube video. Even if you're not watching the YouTube video, go to youtube.com/@PassTheGradePod. Comment IP and pools so we'll know that you're watching. All right. And maybe we'll give away an IP and Pools shirt to a winner if you go comment that. So some lucky person that comments that, we'll reach out to you in the comments, all right? First listener submitted not cool is from Todd Voss. He's at as_scene_by_TV. And Todd, who does have a Gravy Gang Sun shirt, says his not cool is the office bathroom is too quiet. Nobody wants to hear someone else dropping a loud deuce in there. Dude, I have been to places like that. I used to work at a catering company, and it had the smallest little bathroom that was right by where our boss and then like the assistant would just sit and like hang out there. And there was a staging room, and it was like always with people in it. It was like the most crowded area with like a one-door bathroom, the smallest bathroom. And it was like you couldn't shit at work. It was the worst because you're just like, everybody's gonna know. And like they know, like when you go in, if you take 10 minutes, they're taking a shit. If you take 2 minutes, you were pissing, right? And it was obvious. Like, you could tell who shit every single time, and you could hear shit stuff, like the shit and stuff like that. Like that is awkward, and that is a solid not cool, Todd. When you're like, I gotta blow up this bathroom. I had to blow up this bathroom, and it's the bathroom that is like right where everyone's gonna hear it.
Yeah, maybe you just gotta ask your work to put a. Well, I guess I was gonna say a speaker in there. But if they don't have music just playing throughout the rest of the work all the time, there's no use to have it. I don't know, man. That sucks. But play your own music. Just have a soundtrack.
Turn the
or you know what?
air,
You just
air vent on.
Maybe he's saying he could hear somebody else taking in shit and he doesn't want to hear that. If you're just saying you don't want people to hear you pooping, you know what? You got to get past it at some point in your life.
No, I get that.
I'm the poop guy at work. Now,
it's always awkward in an office
knows.
situation, though, isn't it? When you're the poop guy.
I think so.
I shit a lot.
Todd's not cool. Is the like he's got a office bathroom where like everybody can hear it if you're shitting. No, that is the worst. Like having to just like quietly try and sneak a shit out when you're like, can't take that long because everybody's gonna think I'm taking shit, and then they walk in like, fuck, I actually took a shit in here. I don't know why that's so embarrassing to people, but it is. And like even me who has shit myself at Minute Maid Park, like it's very embarrassing. Like poop talk is embarrassing to people. And I think it's when you have like guy-girl combo, when you're like working with women too in the office, like, I don't want her to think I'm the guy that has loud shit. You can't live that down. Once they hear once Pat's the guy with the loud shits. That's always the guy with the loud shits.
Here's the thing:
there's a new guy with the loud shits.
So Todd's married. He doesn't have to worry about impressing any of the women. Other dudes who can't, dude, just poop. Just take a loud shit. Dude, damn, you were blowing it up in there. Yeah, I was pooping. What do you want?
I be pooping. You know how I am.
Everybody knows I poop a lot. It's okay. Shouldn't have to hide your poops.
Much more
it's
secure with
2024. People can show their asshole online for $4.99, but we can't drop bombs whenever we want. This is bullshit.
You know what? That's some queen energy, Pat. That's some queen energy you're putting out there. Maybe I'm being the drag here. Maybe I'm being the
Every
drag.
once in a while, if I like to start scrolling for too long, I'll come back out. My boss like, dude, you were in there for 14 minutes. I was like, I was pooping, and then I started scrolling. It happens, Sam. What do you want from me?
Can I show you this meme, though? Can I show you this meme? Huh?
You know I was staring at my phone. I probably sent him one or two memes. At any moment, he could have just been like, hurry the fuck up. And I would have been like, oh, yeah, I'm just sitting here at this point.
Oops. Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone. I'm in the bathroom. Just call me.
Solid, not cool, Todd. It's a really good one to start with. Melissa Hyde at Mel Hyde myself on Twitter. Her not cool is having a 100+ degree fever. She says, whoever it was that gifted me this, I would like the gift receipt, please. Yeah, that blows.
It sucks a lot. But
Melissa on Friday, so hopefully she didn't get it from anybody at Ditch Day. If so, obviously not anybody from the Gravy Gang, because we wouldn't do that.
No, everybody else in the Gravy Gang was checking in. They weren't sick, so it was some other random. But it was definitely
maybe it was your husband Michael, because he was looking hot AF out there. He was throwing off some serious queen energy at Dish Day. It's probably Michael.
Either way, drink through it. Whiskey.
Drink through it. That's what Pat always says.
Whiskey will break the fever. It's a fact.
Yeah. Pat's never sick. That's what he always says. Last not cool from you guys and gals. This is from Mikey P. Or Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. And he says his not cool is my daughter hurting her foot in the pool and having to be put in a boot and a walker. She's not hurt if she's not hurt if she's in a boot. She's injured, right?
No, I mean,
because you're hurt and then you're injured.
A boot can still be hurt. Walker is injured.
Well, the combo. She's definitely injured.
Because you can just be hurt and be in a boot. I mean, how many times have we seen NBA players walking around like a boot and then they play that night? Like, you weren't fucking hurt.
Maybe you were hurt, but you weren't injured. Let's see.
But
hurt is the precursor to injured. You can play through hurt. You can't play through an injury. You jump on it weird.
But you're landing in water.
But like if you jumped fast enough, maybe you jumped in the shallow end and you landed on it funny.
She could have done pencil, cut through the water, hit the bottom. Yeah.
We don't really swim in pools like kids do. Like kids do all the crazy stuff. We're like, let's stand here with the beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes just lay on my back and float.
Yeah, Mikey, I just
hope, let's do this. Yeah, so they're jumping.
I hope after she did it, you just looked her dead in the eyes. She was like, "Well, maybe don't do that next time."
Yeah, tell her she's gonna miss summer camp if she can't get out of that boot. Well, she got to heal up for Gravy Camp next year. We're doing our inaugural Gravy Camp next summer. So actually, she's good.
Yeah, we got to iron out
this
the
summer.
details.
Heal up.
Yeah, that sucks, Mikey. Tell her we said, fucking keep your chin up.
T's and P's. All right, I'll go first. And I have one of mine that is mine not cool. And then I have one, I don't ever really do this, but it's on behalf of a friend that I'm not going to name. I'm going to do an anonymous one that this happened to my friend, but I kind of want to use it as a warning to everybody else. But mine not cool is just really pre-baby anxiety. Like the due date was yesterday. Kind of had a little bit of the anxiety all weekend beforehand. Like, okay, well, it could happen anymore. Just at the point where like I can't settle into anything. You know, I start watching a movie. I'm like, well, I don't really need to pay that much attention because like I may not be finishing this, or I don't need to be doing like it's hard to like prepping this podcast was like, do I need to prep a podcast? Like, what if we don't even do this? Was this again? What if it doesn't even end up like this? Maybe I don't need to, because like at any moment it's like, right, it's go time. Let's fucking go. Emma's gonna have a baby. So like just kind of like that waiting game is not cool. I know that's not like a crazy not cool, but that's just kind of where I've been, and I haven't really been doing too much. So that's my not cool. And then I had a friend who will remain nameless They got scammed out of like $2,000 this week. If a phone number ever calls you and claims to be from a police department saying that you skipped jury duty and they are going to arrest you if you do not give them money, do not give them money. Do not give them money. Do not give them money.
Is this a friend that I know?
I'm not going to say, Pat. I'm not going to say. I will tell you off air. I will tell you off air if it is or if it is not. I will not name anybody. But if you live in a big city like we do, and you don't go to jury duty, that is at the bottom of their list of who they're prosecuting. I'm not saying you should shoot. We always show up to jury duty. That's definitely what we always do. But if you don't, your name goes on a list, and that list is accessible to a lot of people. And then these scammers will go down that list. They will it'll be like Pat's number. Hey, Pat, you didn't show up for jury duty. And they're banking on you being like, didn't show. And they're, hey, it's so-and-so. It's the Texas police. We're going to come and arrest you. If you hang up this phone, we will come and arrest you, which is basically what they were doing to him. And they got him to deposit a lot of money to them. And then he went and was trying to meet with the person he thought he was talking to on the phone at the sheriff's department, like at the police station. And they were like, sweetheart, you got scammed. And so he found out after that. He was on the phone for like 3 hours with this dude. It is a pretty common scam. I've seen stuff like this. If you ever get a call from somebody saying that like it's the police and that they're going to come and arrest you, the police don't want to give you the jump. The police are not going to let you know like, hey, we're on our way to arrest you right now. They're not going to tell you that. They want to show up so you don't have time to get out and run away. They're not going to be like, hey, dude, if you hang up right now, we're fucking arresting the shit out of you unless you give us X amount of dollars. And maybe have to make payments. And if they ever try and do anything in Bitcoin, the fucking police are not accepting money in Bitcoin. Do not. Okay? This is a cautionary tale. Do not. Just hang up. And if they say we're going to call you, we're going to arrest you, like fucking, you're going to be arrested if you hang up this phone. Just hang up. I guarantee you they'd call you back. The real police would call you back. And if not, like, you're not going to go to jail for a long period of time. You're going to get a ticket for fucking not going to jury duty.
And it's not going to be $2,000.
I felt so bad for my friend. And when he was saying this, he was saying things that I was like, was that not a red flag? He's like, no, the guy was so convincing. And this is a guy that he's a very good friend of mine. I'm close to this dude. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy that would happen to. And it's been on my mind since he told me earlier this week. And I don't want you guys getting scammed. If anybody ever calls and says that you owe the police money, the police would come and arrest you. If they give you the address to the police station, that doesn't mean that they're the police. Anybody can look up the address to a police station. Just be aware. All right, guys, don't give random people money. Don't give strangers money.
I would just love to be on the receiving end of one of these phone calls. Not that I would ever pick up because I don't pick up for numbers I don't know, but just to be on the phone for that long, and when they finally go, okay, we're going to need $2,000, and I can just start laughing, like, dude, you think I have $2,000? Okay, well, we can take a lesser amount in Bitcoin. You think I have Bitcoin? Bro, you're talking to someone who lives in the 1800s. I just happen to be in the year 2024. What the fuck are you talking about here? I would unintentionally waste a scammer's time. I'd be like, dude, I could send you about $13. How's that sound? Put a payment plan, $13 every month for the rest of my life.
Yeah, dude, that shit sucks, and it's really sad with me for a while. So don't be those people. But it's like those are the people that fucking like clean out some grandma's fucking account and shit like that. Those just you hope that guy. You hope the worst things in life happen to that person that's scamming people like that. You're scamming innocent, hardworking people.
Oh, I almost said a thing I shouldn't say, but it's basically the worst thing that can happen to a person.
Don't say it, though.
Yeah.
Don't say it. All right, what you guys got is not cool.
I also have one on behalf of my friend. So my buddy, who I'm house sitting for, is down in Colombia with his wife right now, and he texted me the other night. I sent you guys the picture. And he goes, have you ever shit sideways on a toilet? And I go, I'm going to need you to, even though he texted it to me, I was like, I'm going to need you to send that again because I don't think I got it right. He goes, have you ever shit sideways on a toilet because it looks like it was built for somebody with no legs? And I go, dude, say what you're trying to say because I don't know what the fuck you're talking. I just assumed he was like drunk as shit in the middle of the day.
Like the toilet's here and he's sitting.
Look at the picture I sent you. It is, what would you say? The front rim of the toilet is 8 inches away from the wall directly in front of it.
Yeah.
It's a very that wall is probably, I don't know, 4 feet across. And instead of putting the toilet on the back wall, they put it on the side wall. So he literally had to sit sideways on a toilet and poop while he said it blew his mind. He had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, that's not a great like building scheme for that toilet. Not a great planning.
You're sitting sideways on a toilet. Imagine how unnatural it feels. Toilets are ovals, and your entire life it has gone one way across your ass. Then all of a sudden there's a weird gape in the wrong spot. Like, especially as a dude, there's nowhere for your dick and balls to go.
That's true. You just tuck it. You gotta sit way back.
I didn't ask him. I didn't ask if he hovered or whatever he did. But like, when I have to poop, I'm not mentally prepared for what that bathroom is.
Yeah, you hope it wasn't an emergency. That would have sucked.
Yeah. So that was for him. And my other one is since I've been staying at his house out in Katy again. And oh my God, I forgot how fucking bad I-10 traffic sucks ass. Jesus. Every morning. People just, I remember back, like, I guess it was around up to a year ago when just every week my not cool was just people driving. It's the same shit. People still don't know how to drive. I'm constantly stuck in traffic behind someone who's just leaving 14 fucking car lengths in front of them. And then when I try and speed up to get around them, they want to accelerate to not let me pass.
Yeah.
I want to kill everyone.
All the time. Great at driving here.
Like I really
or anywhere really.
The next Grand Theft Auto should be set in Houston, and it's just traffic. It's just
you can't get anywhere.
At 5 o'clock every day, it's just you can't run away from the cops because the freeway is completely filled up with other cars.
Just Grand Theft Auto traffic simulator.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be the most frustrating game in the world. You're supposed to relax when you play video games. That would just make you unrelax. They could have done with LA. They didn't do it with LA. That was the last GTA.
Yeah, they didn't have realistic traffic.
They should have made traffic like a you could add that feature to it.
That should be a mod, like realistic traffic. And it's just like
a parking lot.
It's a parking lot, but like every once in a while there's like 14 car lanes. And like, why is this weird gap here? Nobody would drive like that. Yes, they do.
Somebody's on their phone the whole fucking time.
Cars are just randomly getting rear-ended, which causes more traffic because someone was texting. Oh my God.
Not that far off as to what's happening. But yeah, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, it's just, I'm so sick of it already. And it's been 5 days, 2 of which I didn't leave the house because it was the weekend.
And then when it rains, it is the same way too, where people are just like, I got to put hazards on. I don't know how to do this. Like, it rains here all the time, guys. Just don't drive fast, but like you can keep going with traffic. People just lose their minds. We sound like old men bitching about traffic. Look at us.
It's a warranted complaint because everyone is so bad at driving. That's what, like, I think people that complain about how other people complain about traffic and bad drivers, they're the bad drivers. They don't understand that everything they're doing is wrong when they're in a car. They don't understand that you shouldn't be leaving massive spaces, or you shouldn't be right inside the other person's backseat because you're tailgating them so hard. Or you shouldn't just be randomly switching lanes without your blinker. They're just like, no, dude, I'm just moving through traffic. No, you're not obeying the unwritten laws of the road. You shouldn't be going 10 miles and under in the left lane.
Robert, what you got?
I hate them all.
Mine's actually from a couple of weeks ago that I just forgot to bring up on the pod. So the week of the storms that we had here in Houston, you, Alex, had a remote. Like, I think that Saturday that I think they got pushed because, you know, the storm power, and like it probably didn't seem like a good time to have.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the week before, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got rescheduled to the week after. And I thought it was still Saturday. Sam and I had made plans like, oh, let's go visit Alex. It's only like 5 minutes away from us. So
it was a really prestigious gig. I was opening a gas station.
You were. And so I'm like, I need gas. Then
everybody does.
Alex is like 5 minutes away. I wrote it down on my calendar that I've showed you guys. And I knew it was like 12 to 2 or something like that. And we left here like at 1:30 or so just to like Like I said, it's only 5 minutes away. We get there, like we see balloons because they still have like the grand opening stuff. We see balloons and like, but like I don't see Alex's truck, so I think he probably left early or something. We walk in, I'm like, there doesn't look like there's anything happening right now. And then I'm like, is it today? Let me like look back. Let me look back on his tweet that he said that he'd be at it. I look back and like, oh nope, it was yesterday. It was Friday.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Just a day off.
Yeah, we were a day off. We went Saturday. And I'm like, well, that's the last time I tried to support a friend.
Yeah, dude. They was like, dude, don't ask your friends to put you on the list. Robert wasn't even doing that. He was just trying to show up to the gas station. But what's up, dude? No, I'm not shitting on it. I appreciate them for the Shell Star stop for having me out there, but like usually it's like a bar is like a different, like you get people to show up to the bars. It's harder to get people to be like, hey, come to this gas station if you're not out that way already. Like people be like, oh, you got a bar party that you're having? Cool. Like I'll go out there. I don't know if people are going out of their way to drive to see Alex at a gas station, but Robert did. Ashley with an I did. Ashley Wilkins, Buster Healer Mix did. So Robert did, even just on the wrong day, but the thought counts. Thought counts.
The thought that
Pat
counts.
didn't. You know what Pat didn't? And that was some drag energy. Robert was displaying a lot of queen energy, and so was Sam.
Oh, you mean Friday from, what'd you say?
While you working? Yeah. Well, you could have taken off.
Work?
You could have taken off. I would have taken off for you.
You'd be like, the restaurant van needs gas. I'll be back in.
Yeah. You guys got that thing, a Tesla? You guys have got Tesla restaurant vans?
No.
Didn't think so. I could have pointed you in the direction of a gas station.
I doubt the gas was cheaper than it is at Sam's Club, which is where we fill it up.
I don't check the price. I just swipe, dude.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags.
This is how I look. Well, not really. I just need gas. So like at a certain point, it's like, well, I'm gonna have to fill up anyways. I never like I've gotten to that point. Like I never thought it was stupid to not fill all the way up. I was like, well, I can only put $20 in, but like as they've gotten older, I was like, but you're gonna have to just stop later. Just fill up the tank. Fill up the tank.
It depends what mood I'm in.
It's really slow some days. So
well, I mean, really, what it is, if I just have to stop and whatever gas station I stop at is just way more expensive than other ones, maybe I'm putting 10 in, but I'm probably just gonna put $5 in to get me through the end of the day. Then I'll go get more gas the next day.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, like if I know,
I really only fill up at like 2 or 3 places though. I know in my spots I like to fill up at, and they're pretty good prices. The hack that's good for me is anytime we have to go get something real quick, like, oh shit, we need basil or we need cherry tomatoes. I'm like, I'll go get it. And I go to Kroger and I use my card, so I'm just earning fucking points for gas.
Best way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm paying with the company card, but I'm using my Kroger card.
It's pretty solid. All right, that was our not cool segment. Solid segment, fellas, and everybody else that participated. So Jerry West died. I guess we're gonna add him to the Death of the Year nominees. I'm just saying that because this morning I posted. It's been a minute since I did the fake person that died. I did Adam West.
Oh, you did it like a week ago.
No, I don't think so. I didn't know I was Harambe. That's probably what I was. But I did Adam West to Jerry West, and it got a lot of like the old heads. Facebook.
My boss loves when you do that.
Facebook killed.
I told him, I was like, dude, he posted Adam West today. And he was like, I saw it. It was awesome. Well, he thinks it's like the funniest joke in the world. He loves when you do that.
It was like an old dude that commented. He's like, that's Adam West. And I was like, oh, crap. You're right. I had it in my Jerry West folder. It was the first picture. It's like, just imagine me having a Jerry West folder on my phone. Everybody that commented was at least, I'm going to say 55 or older, generously.
That would have been great if you had the old one and use Adam West, and then for a young one, you just use like John Havlicek, just a random white guy from the old NBA.
Pete Maravich.
There you go.
I should have done Allen Iverson. Just it. But usually they don't get too much traction anymore because people kind of are on it. But that Adam West got a couple people, and I like that. Let's move on to the answer set. Let's wrap this bad boy up. We start the show off with the pre-com segment where we tell you all of our thoughts and ideas, ask all of our questions. Like, is burning landfill's a good idea? I think yes. I still think yes. But this is your turn to do that. Hit us up on Twitter. We're at PassGravyPod, at PassTheGravyPod, hashtag PTG answers to the end of your question. That's how we'll search for them. At PassGravyPod, hashtag PTG answers. You can also email them to us at PassTheGravyPod@gmail.com. But please do know that Twitter is going to get checked first. That will probably get answered first. At PassGravyPod, hashtag PTG answers. Attach your question there with the hashtag on it, and that's how we'll sort for it. This answer set is brought to you by littlemshop.com. You need an answer for that stinky car or stinky wherever. All you got to do is go to littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. You're going to get free shipping on all orders of $10 or more when you go to littlemshop.com. They got the best air fresheners in the game, the fresh to death scent, the little ice scent, the Miami Beach scent. They have the rad design, which is very 80s and retro. The out of this world design. It's very space-like, and the floral wallpaper design looks like your grandma's old wallpaper. It's pretty sick. Go and get some of those. And again, $10 or more you spend, you're going to get free shipping. When you use our promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off your order. So you can get free shipping and 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. They also have custom prints they can do. They have compact mirrors for you. They got custom stickers and keychains. They also have some pretty cool branded keychains as well. I mean, this is great for, I know the kids are going to camp. Kids are going to camp. It's getting camp season. Maybe you got a camp coming up. You want your kid to have a little backpack with their name on a keychain. That's going to crush. It's going to absolutely crush. And then when they come back and they're like, ooh, but my friends Pat and Robert from my cabin, I'd like to send them something since they're far away. You could send them a little keychain that says Pat and Robert on it. And then they'll be like, wow. And it says on the other side, whatever camp you're at. And they'll always have that keepsakes. Little cool things like that. Keepsakes, air fresheners, all that you can want. All the retro-inspired tchotchkes that you could ever have available at littlemshop.com. Promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. Littlemshop.com. Littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Answers.
Any questions?
All right. Our first question this week comes to us from Kenya Valdez at Kenyatta Mandata on Twitter. And Kenya says, is snoring just bragging about sleeping?
Fuck yeah, because I'm sleeping hard, dude. And I'm sleeping so hard that you can't sleep. So it's like rubbing it in your face.
I think it's involuntary bragging a little bit. It is your body maybe just being like, I'm sleeping. Because if you think about it, like you can kind of like hear the insults like, I'm sleeping, you're not. Like that's kind of how like snoring sounds. If you really like, if you listen closely.
It's bold that that's what you. So we know that Emma, even though she's pregnant, is not snoring. If that's what Alex thinks snoring sounds like, or maybe in your family, in my family, snoring sounds. It's more that, like it sounds like a bear is biting down on metal. That's what it sounds like when my family sleeps, because we're all fat. And really, I'm talking about me and my dad. When me and my dad snore, it's like a chainsaw with fucking random nuts and bolts inside of it.
My uncle used to have sleep apnea. And I remember he went to the doctor and got diagnosed with sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
But before, when he would come visit when we were little, I had bunk beds in my room and he would to sleep on the bottom bunk because we didn't, like, my grandparents came. Well, it doesn't matter. He had to share a room with me. And he had the loudest, like, sleep apnea snoring where he's just not breathing through parts of the night. And then he was like, oh, it turns out this is why. And so he got better from that. But like, I remember being like, what the fuck? Like the first night, it was just like, and then you just don't hear him breathe for like a minute. You're like, what do you? Did you exhale at all? Like, what do you? You're like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Like if you hear somebody sleep apnea snoring, it is insane and terrifying at the same. Because I'm like, I need to wake you up, and I'm not supposed to be waking a sleeping person, or else they might kill me. I know it's a sleepwalker thing, but I'm scared that snorers may kill me too.
Well, I mean,
no way to prove they won't.
Well, it's because they're snoring, which means they're not getting good sleep, and you waking them up is just going to make them cranky, and they'll kill you. That's why. But no, I mean that was my dad. He's got the sleep apnea machine, but he still falls asleep on the couch all the time. And when he does that, you'll just like for 20 minutes there'll be nothing, but then out of nowhere you'll get the what the fuck was that, Dad?
Robert, do you snore?
No. It would have to be like very rarely do I.
My grandmother
snore
was a
when
snorer.
I drink.
Yeah, see, that's what the main one is for me is if I'm drinking. So like most
If
of
I
the time.
drink, I'm on my back. Emma says like a lot of times she'll like wake me up and just like lay on your side, and I don't think it's bad, but I think it's mostly just the
My
those
grandmother
little ones.
was a big snorer, and she refused to believe it. So one time, my dad and my grandfather got I don't know if it was a sonograph or what. We're talking. This was the 60s or 70s. They recorded her sleeping and snoring, like the sound of it, and they played it back for her. And she's like, "You guys are lying. That's not me." She just straight up would not admit to it because she thought it was unladylike.
That's funny.
We got a history of snorers in my family, so yeah, deal with it.
But yeah, I would say it's bragging about being asleep. Mostly, maybe not you bragging, but it's your body bragging about being asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or crying for help if it's like sleep apnea.
That's more likely what it is.
But both, maybe one and the same though. One and the same. This is an interesting one. Alex O, he's crushing it. He is probably the front runner for Answers Question Asker of the Year right now. I don't know. He won our MVP last year, but I would say maybe he's gonna clean up at the Gravies Awards. Who knows? Who knows? Alex, I was hanging out with him on Friday at Rod Ryan Show Dish Day. Alex, this is a pretty cool one that I'm excited to do. He says, how would you build your meal? With an appetizer, a main course, a side, a drink, and a dessert. So I took that as I can pick anything for any of those courses and put it all together. I tried to get crazy with it because obviously you guys know I'm a Chili's guy. The Triple Dipper is really just 3 appetizers, but it is in itself a meal, but I would also say it's appetizers. So I'm going to get crazy with it. And this is my meal. This is my meal. I get to make it. I'm going to go Chili's Triple Dipper. Specifically, you got to go the Big Mouth Bites, which is the 2 mini sliders. You got to go with the Awesome Blossom Petals, which is just like the chip Awesome Blossoms, and then the Honey Chipotle Chicken Crisper chicken strips. Got to go with all of those. Get one of each of the 3 sauces to dip it in. That's my appetizer. My main course, hibachi steak and shrimp from Benihana because it fucks. My side is going to be shrimp fried rice from Benihana because that fucks. And then it's just like I went to Benihana. Dessert, I'm going to go cookies and cream ice cream, Bluebell. Solid.
What drink?
I like beer. I didn't have like a specific beer. We're not sponsored by anybody, so I don't really have that. I would either go beer or water. Try and be healthy, because I'm eating all that other stuff. So
yeah,
don't worry about health. This is just what the greatest. You're trying to create the greatest meal of all time, and your best you can come up with beer or water.
A beer.
What would you want to drink if it was the only?
I would probably need water because I'd be salty as fuck. So I need some water.
You're thinking about health. God damn, you're so bad at this. I'm excited to hear what Robert selects here.
Okay. What do you have, Robert?
I feel like I'm very basic. I think an appetizer, I'd probably go mozzarella sticks.
Okay.
That's good.
Sticks. Maybe I do like a medium rare steak. Maybe like a filet mignon.
Okay.
Side, maybe like a bacon mac and cheese. Pat used to bring me that sometimes.
Solid.
I miss that. A drink, I'd go with like a Coke. But no ice. Coke with no ice.
Coke, no ice.
Coke, no ice. Dessert, I'm not a big dessert guy, so I go like a chocolate chip cookie.
That's a hell of a meal.
That's a really good meal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fuck with that meal. I'm really hungry thinking about that.
I'm probably going to get some hate on my appetizer. It's the first one that popped in my head, and everything else I've thought of since has not been as good. Give me like a dozen hard-boiled eggs. Or
Oof.
not hard-boiled eggs. I want the deviled eggs with a pickled jalapeno on top of each one. I was trying to think. I was like, well, maybe I could go with this or that. And like one of them I thought was the bruschetta. It's one that we do at work. It's like cheese bread with basil, cherry tomatoes, and Parmesan and olive oil on top. And as good as that is, I was like, dude, give me. And that's a great thing about deviled eggs is you can have as many of them as you want and still call it an appetizer. Like, I just ate the equivalent of 6 eggs as my appetizer. So yeah, give me a dozen of those. And then Robert nailed it with the main course. I want a steak. I want a medium rare to rare. I was just going to say steak, but Robert said a specific one. So I'm torn between just getting like a nice 16-ounce ribeye or give me like a fucking 32-ounce porterhouse. Like really just go to town on a massive steak like that. For the side, I was torn between, like Robert said, a bacon mac and cheese, but it's gonna be a like white cheese where you get that 5-cheese mix of like Gouda, Parmesan, like a smoked Gouda in there. That's what we make it. It's fantastic. Or like a garlic mashed potato. I think I'm gonna go with the mashed potato just because it's more of that classic pairing with the steak.
Yeah.
And I don't want all that cheese flavor to overpower the steak. Drink, you know me. I'm going as much bourbon as you're willing to pour me. And dessert. I think I'm going to go with a coconut cream pie. Nope. What it is, and this will mean nothing to anybody, my dad's friend makes the greatest butterscotch pie you've ever had in your fucking life. It will change your life if you eat it. He like makes it entirely from scratch, even the crust. And he's got like a higher salt content in the crust, so you get that like saltiness with the sweet of the butter. Bro, it will give you at least a semi. It's so good.
I like that.
Yeah. Now I'm excited just talking about all
I'm
this.
just hungry.
I'm going to touch myself when we're done.
That was a really good one, Alex. It's a really good answer to this question, buddy. I was excited to hear you guys do y'all's too. So that was fun. Good thinking, buddy. That was an outside the box kind of question. I like that. Let's go on to Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795 on Twitter. And Jordan says, power rank these karaoke songs. So we're power ranking karaoke songs. Give us 5 strong ones. And I would say these are 5 pretty familiar, like very common ones. These are 5 of the most common karaoke songs. He goes, Living on a Prayer from Bon Jovi, Sweet Caroline from Neil Diamond, Don't Stop Believing by Journey, Dancing Queen from ABBA, and Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Robert, you go. I've done karaoke night with you before, and I don't think you did either of these songs.
I think I did Bohemian Rhapsody, if I remember correctly.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Don't Stop Believing, number 1. Sweet Caroline, number 2. Living on a Prayer, number 3. Dance Queen 4, and Bohemian Rhapsody last. Bohemian Rhapsody is too long.
And Bohemian Rhapsody brings out the worst karaoke singers. No offense, Robert, who did that, but just it's like no one's ever gonna be able to be that good.
Fun.
It's fun for a little bit, but it's a 5-minute song, so then it's like
that's the problem.
Now we just have 6 drunk girls screaming really loud, and now we're just a minute in, so I still have 4 more minutes of this. Like, yeah, it's funny when it was like Galileo, like I get all of that, but yeah. So I'll go. Bohemian Rhapsody was also my 5. I'll go next. I agree with a lot of Robert's. Number 1 is Don't Stop Believing. Everybody belts that out when you do it. You get to do a little bit of the singing part, which is kind of the fun part. And Don't Stop Believing just fucks. Number 2 is Living on a Prayer. Also, you get to do a little bit of singing. Everybody knows that one too. Sweet Caroline. Those 3 are like, I felt like those had to be 1, 2, and 3 in some order. But like Sweet Caroline's cool, but like you don't really have to be, you can be drunk as fuck and everybody kind of is there. You can just talk that song, but it's like, you're not really getting to have too much fun with it. It's just like, I just wanted to stand up there and I didn't want to sing. I just wanted to stand up there and participate. 4 is Dancing Queen. Again, you typically get the drunker people that are up there doing Dancing Queen, but Dancing Queen is a vibe. It's some Queen energy. No pun intended. And then 5 is Bohemian Rhapsody, just because, again, it's too long.
All right, so here's the correct list. 1 is Sweet Caroline. 100% of every bar that you sing Sweet Caroline in is going to join it. But that's what makes it a great karaoke song. Like it's a lot of fun for you to sing as yourself, but you know everybody in the play. You could do one of those things where you're on stage and when it gets to the ba ba ba, you fucking point the microphone out at the crowd and they're all gonna sing with. Dude, it's Sweet Caroline. It's the greatest karaoke song of all time, and I know I'm a little biased because I'm a Red Sox fan, but it's still, it is what it is for a reason. Two, I'm going Living on a Prayer. That's just classic all-time great karaoke where you get to whoa we're halfway and you get to fucking belt out shit and it's in your head it sounds great but in reality it probably sounds like what I just sounded like. In my head sounded good, reality sounds like shit, but you really get to belt it out, which is what makes it a great karaoke song. 3, Don't Stop Believing. Same thing, but I think the average populace knows less of that song word by word than they know Sweet Caroline and Living on a Prayer. It's just like everyone knows like the main part of it, but then once you start getting more into it, it's like they don't really know what's going on. But it is an all-time great one. I'm actually going Bohemian Rhapsody at 4. It is way too long, but the only reason is Dancing Queen. I don't really like. That's not even a top 20 karaoke song that I would come up with. I just think it's 5 because I think it's so far down the list of karaoke songs behind these other ones. If somebody
That's
did
the
put
drag
on
energy.
But like nobody can do Bohemian Rhapsody right, and you shouldn't because it's too long of a song for karaoke. But you're gonna have a goddamn great song or a great time the entire song.
You will
You're gonna be
not.
having
Anybody
fun on
else in the
stage.
bar will.
Yeah, no, they won't. Maybe a couple drunk girls that are singing along with you, but I'm gonna have fun doing the whole thing.
Like number one song that might get me to leave a karaoke bar is Bohemian Rhapsody. You know, cool,
So you think you can stone? But like that's the great thing is it's like even once it starts to slow down a little bit, bam, then you get punched in the face with the hard rock and you get energized back into the song. Unfortunately, that's like 3.5 minutes into the song. But I had to put Dance Queen at 5 just because I think it's nowhere near as good of a karaoke song as the rest of them. But I would love to sing that because I would fucking kill it.
It's good power rankings. Good power rankings, Alex. Or Jordan. Alex, so was the last question. Jordan Welch. Good question. And good power rankings suggestion, Jordan Welch. Keep those coming. Keep those coming. All right. Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter says, how many snakes is too many snakes?
1. The answer is 1.
I agree. 1.
Snakes are the worst.
I think 1 snake is enough. I think 2 snakes is too many snakes because you got to be able to keep your eye on it. You know, if you have 2 of them, they can sneak up on you. I got to be able to keep my eye on you. If there's 1 snake, I can fucking stomp the fuck out of that snake, dude. Like if you give me 1 snake, I'll fuck it up. I'll fuck up 1 snake. You get me 2 snakes, now I'm worried.
I'll prove to you that 1 is too many.
I'll grab that bitch and I'll whip it. I'll just whip the shit out of that snake and he's dead.
So if you're walking Wheezy and you're just standing there at one more while she's like taking a piss, and all of a sudden you turn around and there was a snake 1 inch away from your back heel, you're not going to go, oh, snake. You go, fuck a snake. That's 1. Just 1.
Well, I'd be worried for Wheezy. I'd be worried for Wheezy, not me. I'd stomp the fuck out of that snake.
So 1 is still too many.
For my dog. For me, 1. 1 is fine.
It's
1 is good.
No.
2 is too many snakes.
No. The entirety of human history has tried to tell everyone that snakes are bad, and they just don't want to fucking listen. I mean, we got Adam and Eve. Bam. The evil character in that story, it's a fucking snake. There. I'm Irish. I'm named after St. Patrick. What did he do? He got rid of all the goddamn snakes in Ireland. That's why he's a fucking saint to the Catholic Church. Got rid of all the snakes. Bam. Right there. It's bred into my history and my DNA. Fuck snakes.
Yeah. All right.
I wish they were all dead. And someone will be like, it'll fuck up the ecosystem because they do that. Nah, they slither around on the ground and they're invasive species everywhere. Fuck them. I wish every last snake on the planet was dead. I'll deal with the overpopulation with some other fucking thing. I don't give a shit. Fuck snakes.
Yeah, snakes and birds. They can fuck off. Pretty
I
much
don't
the
mind
Mexican
birds.
flag. Mexican flag can fuck off. Not the
Racist.
Mexican flag itself, but basically what's portrayed on the Mexican flag. Just an
Robert, you're
eagle and a
just
bird.
gonna
Just a
you're gonna
bird and a
sit there
snake.
and let
Both
him.
of those fuck off.
That was a good bird. It was killing a snake.
Yeah.
But it's still a fuckhead. Like I could beat up that bird. It couldn't have killed me. That's all I'm saying. And it goes for any other
All
flag
right.
with a bird on it too. Fuck that. Or a snake.
So after your paternity runs out after Emma has the baby, are you gonna take some more time off and just go to help sit on the border wall, defend it down there? You racist?
No, I will not be doing that.
I don't know. Sounds like you hate the Mexicans.
I'm an open border guy. Big open border guy. Everybody knows that about me. All right. Last question. Let's wrap this bad boy up. This is from Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713. And Josh says, are your teeth just mouth knives?
So I saw this yesterday and I thought this is a great opportunity. Just see what the normal brain thinks of the questions that we get. And I asked this to somebody at work. And for about 8 seconds, he was stammering, going, "Oh, no, it's kind of more, and it broke his brain so bad. After like 8 seconds, he just goes, yeah, they're fucking mouth knives.
Yep. Yeah, it's 100% what they are, dude. What do they do? They bite. They bite. They're mouth knives.
He was trying. He's like, maybe no, they're more of like maybe this. And hi, Sasha.
Mouth knives.
And he was trying to come up, and he was just like, "This is the dumbest question I've ever heard." I was like, "No, these are the great questions. But this is the shit we get into." I didn't tell him this was a podcast question either.
The only thing I would say they could be besides it is like it would be like a mouth spork because it kind of does everything that all of the utensils do. Like that, like you would spoon it. I guess you can't really spoon with your teeth, can you? It would be more of a because it could be a fork. Because teeth can be a fork because you can like, you see, I can put a carrot in my mouth like this, like I'm doing. I gotta watch the YouTube version. You could hold it. You use that as the screen grab. That's the thumbnail. You see. But yeah, you could use that as a fork. I don't really think you could use teeth as a spoon, so it'd be a fife. Mouth fifes.
Fife. Mouth fifes. I like, yeah.
We're in agreement on all of
I
that?
don't know.
I think so.
I still think just.
I like mouth knives. Knife. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah,
with
it's just
that,
nice
too.
because the more I think about the fork I stab it and I grab, like, I can't remember last time I bit into something and my teeth held it like a knife. I have to use both sets of teeth to pinch it together to hold it.
Okay, that's fair.
Mouth knives.
Mouth knives.
Hell
I
yeah.
overthought it, Josh. You're right. It was right there the whole time. Great questions, everybody. At Past Grade Pod, hashtag PTG Answers if you'd like to be featured on the next Answers segment. Some housekeeping real fast. My wife will be induced on Tuesday. Again, like I already said, if she has not had the baby before then, we will have a pre-recorded pod. Should I just say who it is?
No, not yet. Let it be a surprise.
Okay. Pre-record. I've recorded this podcast a couple weeks back, and it's a very special guest. It's never been on the podcast before, so I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. And we will air that next week. Then we'll be back regularly scheduled podcasting the following week. But you will still have an episode next Wednesday. So don't you still got your gravy day. I still want the happy gravy day tweets and posts and all that stuff. Shout out to Raymundo Benavides for doing those every Wednesday. I fucking love that. But we're gonna have an episode. It'll just be me and our guest. So that's really the only difference, and then we'll be back to normal after that. I appreciate you guys doing this today. And then I'm at Alex Milton on all socials. Pat's at not Pat Dion on all socials. Robert's at Robert Barbosa 0 on all socials. At Past Grade Pod again on all socials. Don't forget to go to TikTok, and then when we post that USS Indiana clip, just fucking. USS Indianapolis, be like, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Like, mind blown. Just post mind blown emojis on TikTok, because then the people will tell us.
You should put that in the caption. Just keep calling it the USS Indiana, though.
Yeah, just get people more mad. Like what did I say? I said J. Edgar Oppenheimer in one of those, like when I said he invented Bop It, and like that was the only thing that some people could see. Like they like couldn't get past. It wasn't J. Edgar Oppenheimer. I'm like, yeah.
I still don't understand how you got me with that. I don't fucking get how.
Pepper it in. If I do it too much, you don't know what's real and what's not. That's really kind of that's the beauty of the whole thing. But at Shea Middleton, at not Pat Dion, at Robert Barbosa 03, and at Pastor Gravy Pod on all socials. Go get stuff at PastorGravyMerch.com. Do we do 4th of July merch? Do we put the 4th of July merch back up? Did we do that?
We haven't yet, but that's something we should do.
I'll send you some. We can do that.
Mhm.
All right. So we'll add some stuff to the store. Let's get to our random celebrity guess at the end of the podcast. I like when you guys comment on the YouTube version when you're listening or when you're watching the YouTube. When we're at this point right now, comment and like timestamp it and say the name of who you think it is. And if you get it right, I'm still not going to believe you.
At all.
Still not going to believe you. But I'm just letting you know. All right. Random celebrity generator. Who are you going with, guys?
Go.
I'm going with John. I'll take
Will
John
Smith?
Havlicek.
John Havlicek. I'm going to go. Who was the dude from Big Bang Theory musician? Jim Parsons, right?
Jim Parsons.
Mhm.
Jim Parsons. All right. Henry Winkler is what's starting us on. Shout out
The
Fonzie.
Fonz.
LL Cool J.
I was close.
LL Cool J. All right, we're doing it again. We're gonna do it again. Run it back. Simon Pegg, who is the guy from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. All right, last one. One more. Leona Lewis.
Who the fuck is that?
Singer-songwriter. She wrote the song Bleeding Love. Who could forget?
Me?
Who could forget? All right, I love you guys. Y'all are the best. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Share us with a friend, please. Please share us with a friend. Until we talk to you next week. Pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston.